My name is Patrick Johnson. I'm a second-year historical archaeology graduate student at the University of West Florida, and as part of Amy Mitchell Cook's Material Culture and History course, I researched the family and gravestone of Isabella Eugenia Sierra. She was born in 1799 to a Spanish man and French woman. Francisca Dauphine was her mother, and Eugenio Antonio Sierra, a prominent Spanish physician, was her father. He served with Bernardo de Galvez in the siege of Pensacola as a surgeon, and then ran the Pensacola Hospital for a number of years, before briefly going to Fort San Marcos and Fort San Marcos, meeting Isabella here. He went to Fort San Marcos and there met Francisca Dauphine, and they had Isabella and other children, 4 other children. He returned to Pensacola, and at some point John Brosenham enters Pensacola after the War of 1812. He was born in New York, served on the privateer ship the General Armstrong with Captain Reed, and wrote on Captain Reed's behalf when the captain was accused of cowardice and drunkenness, and essentially saved his career as a military person. And after that, John Brosenham retired to Cuba briefly and then returned to Pensacola. By 1815, he had married his first wife, and she passed away rather quickly, and then married Isabella here. They had 6 children, all buried here, and their descendants live on, have married into the Brenshaw, Brent, and Shuttleworth families, all rather prominent families in Pensacola at the time. But Isabella herself, as a woman in the 19th century, is rather difficult to investigate. Very few records exist about women, even though she was in one of the most prominent families at the time. Doctors were very well respected, very high regard. They not only served as we think of as doctors today with painkillers, but they also served as almost like clergymen of friendship and moral support at the time of death. And finally, their obituaries describe John Brosenham and Isabella Eugenia Sierra as of revered memory. The entire people of all races, ethnicities, classes attended their funerals. So their obituaries show just how multicultural the city was and how these 2 individuals were revered.